Hello and welcome back. This is part two, where we are going to look at the battery. The battery icon is actually at the bottom here. It's the second one in. I'm just going to click on it now. So what you can see is my battery is charging, and this value here should match the value in the dashboard. Let's just quickly have a look. Okay, so 1.1 kilowatt at the moment. 1.09, let's change over, 1.09, so it does match. So this is both of my batteries here are charging using this 1.08 kilowatt, and they're at 39%. You've got the next thing down here is the battery mode. Okay, we'll look at that in detail in a second. Then we've got backup, and then we've got battery information. If we go to the battery information, we can see that my serial numbers of the inverter is the top 74, and then I've got battery 630. Moving down, I've got another battery here, 63071 as well. So that's my battery information. The next one is backup reserve. So I've got a SolarEdge home hub inverter here with two batteries, and I've got the backup interface as well. So I can set my backup reserve to whatever value I want. The reason that I want to set this quite high would be for imminent power cuts. So should I know that there's going to be a very bad, very windy night or some emergencies coming, I'd like to make sure that my battery reserve is quite high. Now I can just set this by simply moving it up to, I can put it to 10%. And then I can change for the period of time, so I could say for 24 hours. Okay, press the tick, and then I should go back, and we should see it will change to 10%. So after 24 hours it will go back to the 9%. So this is basically, if I have the if I hear on the news it's going to be some very, very inclement weather, I can change my backup reserve for the next 32 hours or custom or whatever I want. 72 hours or custom or whatever I want. I've also got a learn more tab here that tells me about it, and then I can go back. So that's the backup reserve. We then got the battery mode. We can click on here. So I've got at the top here, revert to latest installer settings. So these are the settings that my installer would have set initially if I was using the installer profile. We don't need these anymore. Quite simply, the homeowner can do it from here. So on your settings, you can learn more about your battery mode. So we can click on here. It tells you about maximum self-consumption. It tells you about time of use. Tells you about manual control. And at the bottom, it might tell us about backup. It does tell us about backup as well. Okay. So there are all the modes you have. Maximum self-consumption, you'd simply click on there. Time of use, I'd either click on the circle or I can edit the settings. We've got a utility plan rate. If we're not sure what these are, I've got learn more as well. And you can see how you can use these settings to your advantage. And I can put the provider in here. Where can I find my plan? Gives you all the information as well. Okay. Then you've got start date, rate plan, and things like that. Let's go back. Peak hour. Edit the settings. Add my peak hours. So remember, it's the peak hours. So if your peak hour is 3 o'clock in the morning, for start you would put 3 o'clock in the morning, and if your off-peak started at 12 o'clock midnight, you would put 3 a.m. to 12 p.m. the next day. Okay, and you can set it for all days, all months, or whatever you want. Go back, and then the last one on here is manual time of use, and I can set that to add charging schedule or add discharge schedule. So if I want to do this automatically, I use the time of use. If I want to do it myself, I want to set my car to charge from the cheap rate electricity, I can set my battery to charge, or I can get it to discharge into the car. And the last one is backup only, and that means that literally my battery stays at 100% and I don't use it because of an emergency. Okay, so that's the battery section, which we're in now. And next one, we'll be looking at the SolarEdge Smart products. Okay, thank you very much. Bye for now.